Hey there, travelers. Today we are in Valley Forge Historical Park, which I'm super pumped. We get to do our hike number 5 in our 52 hike challenge. So if you've been following along, that is number 5 for us. But in the park, we get to kind of explore George Washington's headquarters, the monument, the artillery park, and kind of see why this was a pivotal place during the American Revolution. So before we hit the trail, I want you to like, subscribe, as well as comment. Tell me what your favorite historical home or place or park is or landmark in the US. I want to hear about it. So let's go hit the trail then. All right, we just checked out the visitor center, and the park ranger told us like the exhibit that they have in there is just like a couple days old, and it was really cool. I think my favorite part was learning about the rations that the soldiers had here, but they also have a 20-minute video that you can check out in the visitor center and learn more about like the monuments, the historic landmarks, and like why Valley Forge was so important during the American Revolution. But we're going to see some of the sites along the trail, so let's go check some of those out. All right, we just started our trail on the Joseph Plumb Martin trail, which is about 8.7 miles. And it passes a lot of the historic monuments and landmarks, which we just saw the encampment huts and cabins, I guess, with it that regular soldiers were living in. But we're heading towards the National Memorial Arch, and we're gonna go check that out. So we'll check back when we're there. And I have to say that Valley Forge is a pretty active park. We saw a lot of bikers, hikers, joggers, a lot of people walking their dogs as well. And I think a lot of people in the area kind of enjoy it, especially since it's free admission. Take a little time to have some lunch by the arch here, and then check back in after lunch. All right, we made it to George Washington's headquarters here, which, just like the name says, it's headquarters where George Washington was during the Valley Forge encampment with his soldiers. Unfortunately, we were not able to go into the buildings because of past flood damage, but we're going to just check out the outside. It is also the location where they have the old train station, so we'll take a look outside of that as well. We are in the artillery park, which is one of the landmarks here in the park. And it's pretty cool. You get to see all these cannons that they had in the encampment. Now the next site we're going to check out is the chapel. So we're going to head on over there. All right, we are standing in the middle of Washington Memorial Chapel, and the inside of it, so beautiful. It's a live parish and congregation, and we talked to the clergy man there, and he was explaining the history and how they honored Washington and the troops and the American Revolution. And it was pretty cool. It's a unique feature that you wouldn't expect in like the middle of a public park. So right now we're going to check out a sunset, so let's head over that way. All right, we just caught the sunset here at Valley Forge, and we really enjoyed our time here. Learned a lot about the encampment and kind of a pivotal moment in American history. So we were really excited to kind of experience this park. So we look forward to our next adventure. So stay tuned for that and keep on exploring.